That angel that fell from the sky. That's what I thought about you till I lit in your eyes. There was truth behind your lies. Girl, you been tripping just like you been switching for sides.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your favorite Prince, CJ Voices, and today is going to be the first episode of the Saiyanhood podcast. Now, I know I've been talking about it for a little bit. I've been talking about this like the past year, actually, but I never started it up. But we're going to be starting today, and I am joined today by a couple people. Got Jackson, aka Slick Shallot. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, for those who don't know you.
What up? My name is Slick Shallot on YouTube.
Alright.
I don't know what else.
Just like it sounded like you were gonna say more, and then you just stopped.
Yeah.
We got Gavin, aka Gavin Unleashed. You go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Yo, it's your boy Gavin Unleashed. Go check out the channel if you haven't already. Hopefully I'll have some new content coming out soon. I'm ready to get into this podcast. Let's get it.
Hopefully. Better get some damn content out. We got the boy, Voice Geek. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, my name is Mr. Voice Geek, and yeah.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10 introduction. And last but certainly not least is Beat. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, everybody. Yo, what's up, my Saiyan heroes? My name is Pete, and welcome to the podcast. You may, of course, I am a voice actor, and featured voice actor, but whatever. I do reaction videos. I do gameplay videos now. I did my first ever Would You Rather with a certain character. Please do check it out because it's really cool and awesome. It's also the first time that Beat has ever experienced a harem. That's fun. But also check out my other channel, Fairy Tale Future, which I go to a different universe and try to change the future of a certain anime world. And expect some VR chat content coming soon because I finally have like a VR chat headset. Yay!
Nice.
Nice. What an introduction right there.
Thank you.
Can I 10? Peak? Absolute cinema? But no. So today we're going to be talking about the original Dragon Ball timeline, which got brought up during a comic dub of mine. And for everyone who saw that comic dub, me and Shallot here kind of went through a lot of the comments, just saying like a bunch of different like ideas and whatnot for the timeline. You guys had some interesting arguments. Apologies if some of you get your feelings hurt in this video, because I'm going to debunk the shit out of some of those comments. I'm sorry. There are just certain things I don't think a lot of people thought about with that timeline. So I'm going to bring those up here. But before we do that, we're going to give a little recap on what really went down in that timeline for people that don't know, that didn't watch the Dragon Ball Z Future Trunks movie and shit, or even watch Dragon Ball Z in general. So Beat, if you want to give them a little rundown on that timeline.
Yeah, of course. And of course, you guys, either you literally watch Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z in general, this original timeline takes place where in this timeline, the original timeline, please keep in mind, this is the original timeline! Anyways, in this time, the original timeline, Goku dies of a heart virus. And before you say, like, oh, it comes from Yartrad, please shut the fuck up before I slit your goddamn throats. Anyways. In this timeline, because it's like
Passion right there. That's passion.
Also, another warning: whoever the two says like, "Oh, this came from your drift because it had a poisonous," it has a poisonous atmosphere. The fuck you talking about? Anyways, before I was saying, there was a long period of peace after Goku's death. Then, after another year of peace, fucking androids came out of nowhere named. We got like the twins, that being 17 and 18. One being a yellow bitch, and one being a... He's there, anyways.
Handsome devil, thank you.
Yes, exactly, thank you. So, the Z-Fighters tried to do something and try to stop the androids from attacking. And, they got immediately murked. Piccolo went first, then Yamcha, and Vegeta, and Krillin, they officially just died. And we of course, Chaozu dies as well. And,
Womp.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy work.
Anyways,
That is insane.
Of course, and of course, in this timeline, Gohan and Trunks were the only survivors. Well, except for Yajirobe, but we'll talk about him later. And Bulma too. And Master Roshi. And
Wasn't
War.
Chi still alive too?
Yeah, Chi-Chi and Ox King. Yeah, true. That too.
All the people that aren't really
all the
relevant.
non-Saiyans.
All the irrelevant people lived.
the irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly.
All the relevant people.
The non-Z
Exactly.
fighters. The people who didn't fight
Yeah, exactly.
survived. That's the easiest way to put it.
But anywho, like I said, the only like warriors that managed to stand a chance were future Gohan and a Team Trunks, who tries to achieve Super Saiyan, but he can transform into a Super Saiyan because in the manga he managed to transform into one, which that happened. And of course, they had many encounters. Of course, future Gohan had many encounters with the androids. And, well, this would lead to, of course, Gohan losing his arm to the androids when they try to face off in the amusement park. And that shit failed, and Gohan lost his arm, leaving Trunks to be, of course, carrying an injured Gohan to Bulma's lab. And, of course, he was treated. Of course, Gohan had no other arm, because he had, like, one only arm, that was it. And after that, of course, a few days of training would pass, and then the androids would literally attack the city. And of course, future Gohan had to power up into a Super Saiyan, and wants to deal with the androids themselves. And of course, Trunks persists of literally fighting with Gohan, even though he got his ass kicked by 18 while grabbing him by the fucking collar. Anyways. Of course, future Gohan knows that he's a fucking liability, which I'm pretty sure we know that he's not even Super Saiyan level. So he does the most logical thing and knocks the fuck out of Trunks. And of course, he puts him on the floor and tells him he's their last hope. And of course, when Gohan gets there, he manages to stand somewhat of a chance. And, well, I'm pretty sure we already know what happened to him when the rain started fucking appearing. He fucking dies.
Oh no!
Gohan. I mean, he went out like an OG. Even Kakarot literally tried to. Even Dragon Ball Z Kakarot did kind of did more justice, but literally Gohan literally firing off one last Kamehameha before fucking dying. Of course, Trunks finds his dead body, and almost Trunks when he was like a fucking teenager. I don't fucking remember. Do you guys remember how old Trunks was?
Trunks was about, I think they said he was about 14 at that time? Around there?
13 or 14. Yeah.
Hey yo, 14 and 13, and you see your best friend / mentor / brother that you're in the fucking rain and see him dead right before you. And of course, in the anime, he literally screams out at the top of his lungs and finally becomes a Super Saiyan.
One of the best
After a
scenes
couple
in Dragon
of
Ball,
days.
by the way.
Nah, I agree.
Yes.
I
Peak
agree.
scene.
Yeah, the music and shit that
It was
made
so
me literally want to
It
scream
was
out.
so good.
It was so good. It was so good.
Peak. Major peak.
And yeah, indeed. I mean, even the I don't know, but whatever. Let's move on. So of course, Trunks really grew up to be. Wait, how old was Trunks after Gohan died?
Like, how far after Gohan died?
I would say he has like the blue fucking. He has the blue jacket. He has the sword.
jacket
He tries to
shit.
face the androids.
He was like 17, I think they said. I think they said he was about 17 at that point.
Wasn't he like 17 when he beat?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
he
say
was 17.
probably somewhere around that age, yeah.
He was 17.
I'm pretty sure he was 17.
Of course, of course, yes. Thank you. Now, of course, Bulma had an idea to use the time machine to go back to the past, give Goku this hard virus. But with Trunks being a fucking teenager, how being stubborn he is, he tries to go fight the androids, and well, he got his fucking ass kicked, and he managed to survive with a fucking literally foot in his face. So yeah, he managed to survive with some luck. But after that, well, Yeah, and of course Trunks literally wakes up. I don't know how the androids let him live, but whatever. Of course, Trunks goes back. Of course, Trunks literally wears his mother's coat and literally goes back to the past. And of course, he goes to the past, defeats Mecha Frieza and King Cole with absolute fucking ease. Then, of course, he meets Goku for the first time, gives him the warning of the androids, and gives him the heart virus medication. And of course, he goes back to his time. In 3 years, he will go back and help out the Z Fighters. And well, when he defeated the androids. How did he defeat them in the original timeline again? Did he defeat them with like the fucking remote, or?
In the original timeline?
I think he just killed them, honestly.
In the original timeline, I'm pretty sure he just like fought them and killed them.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, Trunks literally wanted to celebrate after defeating the androids. And of course, when Trunks decided to go back, literally goes back and hoping that like he's kind of like, oh, hey, defeating the androids wasn't so bad. Then a fucking bug-eyed looking motherfucker cockroach looking like a freaking something out of a hentai fucking type shit.
Oh.
Cell comes out of nowhere and literally literally kills Trunks by snapping his neck. So then he goes to the original timeline, and then that's the end of the original timeline.
Indeed.
God damn.
Nice recap.
Damn.
You covered all the bases.
Yeah.
So that's the OG timeline. A lot of sadness, tragedy, and whatnot.
Definitely.
But
Indeed.
what we're going to talk about is, hypothetically speaking, if they were to continue this timeline story, what would go down? What are some theories we have about what would possibly go down? And I've thought about this a lot. And there's a couple possibilities as to what could go down in that timeline. And a lot of people think there's nothing left to it, everyone's dead, yada yada. But there's a lot left to that timeline. There's a whole lot.
As long as the Dragon Balls are still around, anything can happen. Like,
Yeah, the Dragon Balls are still around. Just the pair is up in New Namek, not on Earth, since Pickle's dead.
Earth's Dragon Balls are
I was thinking about Earth's Dragon Balls are gone. I was like, my dear brother in Christ, the Dragon Balls are dead. Piccolo's gone. What the fuck are you on about?
they're still the New Namek ones, though. They're not fully gone.
Yeah. And of course,
So, reading through a lot of the comments that we saw, there was a lot of people that kind of got misinterpretations of how things would play out in this other timeline. Like, yeah, Bulma could try to go to New Namek, but there's, Babidi and Boo and stuff, and then in the future there'd still be Goku Black and yada yada yada. But I'm here to tell you none of that stuff would happen. Here's why. Okay, so Bulma, obviously, New Namek, Namekian Dragon Balls, that's obviously gonna happen. They've done it with Old Namek, they will do it with New Namek. What I think people forget is there's this character, this fat blue guy in the sky that talks to you, King Kai. Yeah,
Yep.
I think y'all forget he exists. And he can reach anybody within his quadrant of the fucking universe. He can reach anybody in that quadrant. So there are many ways that she can get those Dragon Balls in play. She doesn't even really have to go to New Namek, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Just use telepathy through King Kai and have them use the Dragon Balls. She doesn't even have to really go.
Yeah.
She can go if she so pleases, but she doesn't have to. Just telepathy and boom, everyone's back. She is part of the reason why their planet, well, not their planet, but their people survived. She helped their people survive, so I don't think they'd have a problem with helping her. Like, they have respect for her. They would help her without a second thought.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, to be completely honest, people say oh, why didn't King Kai just help out? I mean, people tend to forget. King Kai doesn't not know what the fuck's going on around.
King Kai is a god. He has other things to worry about. So he, at the time, probably was too busy.
Yeah, he's not watching everything go down all the time unless he is told about it.
Yeah, and also, people say oh, if Goku dies, he's going to King Kai. People seem to forget. If you die from a natural die from something happened to you, you don't get special permission from Kami. They go to fucking heaven. The place where King Kai and Goku went to? They didn't just go to like King Kai's planet. No, they went to heaven. Heaven. But before people start commenting like, oh, Goku should, like, shut up. Use your fucking brain. Jesus Christ.
Nice one.
Alright, what's the next?
So
Yeah, go ahead.
in this timeline, for the sake of story, right? Because technically everything could be worked out through some King Kai bullshit, technically, but that's boring. Who wants that, right? So for the sake of story, Bulma goes to New Namek. And before anybody says it, because I've seen at least 8 comments that said this, and I'm trying to figure out, do y'all know who Bulma is, right? Because people are trying to figure out how she would get to New Namek if she doesn't know where it is, if she doesn't have the proper stuff to make a new spaceship and all that. This is fucking Bulma we're talking
Also
about.
coordinates.
She is literally one of the smartest characters in fiction. Y'all have to remember, she
Agreed.
created a radar to detect mystical planet-sized orbs throughout the multiverse. She can make a fucking spaceship and find a planet, bro. Like, she will find her way to New Namek in a matter of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a
Yeah.
there.
And I would love to agree. Like, yeah, Bulma's like the smartest person. She's like the only reason like she's the most important people in Dragon Ball. But remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but the androids pretty much destroyed everything.
Well, that's where I disagree. That is where I disagree. They destroyed West City. The whole planet still has resources. The planet didn't end
Right.
because of the androids. Just West City and a couple other neighboring cities. And Bulma still has a means to contact her scientist friends across the globe. She can get new materials and whatnot to do her adventures. I think that's where people get the misconception, because they think the androids kind of destroyed Earth, which didn't happen. They are solely focused on where the Z fighters were. So that whole area, yeah, that area is cooked. West City is fucked. There's no repairing that. But there is still a means to an end to get materials, repair spaceship, get a new dragon radar or whatever she needs, and get to New Namek. Not to mention, there are no threats posed to her. The android's dead. Cell, he's in the past, and he has zero reason to come back. So she is A-okay at the moment. There's no threats posed to her, so she has the time and the freedom to do whatever she wants right now. So she can, over time, get to New Namek without any problems. And I heard...
Also,
Go ahead.
Also, may I chime in? There is, like, I'm pretty sure you guys never heard of this new manga, but it's called Dragon Ball New Hope. And in it explains from an alternate timeline, from an alternate world, where Gohan loses to Cell. And in this timeline, Trunks and everyone else dies except for Krillin. And of course, the only survivors were Krillin, Goten, blah blah blah. I'll explain it later. But in this timeline, Bulma managed to find, like, after searching for like absolute like days and hours, she managed to find New Namek. So, and also revive Gohan because, well, yeah, that's like the one thing I can think of. So yeah. And like, is it possible that, like, what you're saying is right? Absolutely, because Bulma's like the smartest person. If she could literally just like make like a spaceship out of gravity and also find like things for like she built a time machine, for God's sake.
Literally built a time
machine.
Literally a time machine.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I can think of. Go ahead.
Life alert over there, Gavin? Goodness gracious.
Dang.
But yeah. So there's a lot of room for story development and whatnot, because I don't think people take into consideration all these factors. Like, there are no threats. There is still like another 85% of the planet that she can get materials from. Bulma has options. And then there was the conversation of Majin Buu. Like, well, what about Majin Buu? What if Babidi brings back Buu during all this? Babidi wouldn't. He wouldn't have enough power to bring back Buu, for one. Two, if you remember, Buu was brought prematurely in our timeline. Premature. In this timeline where there is no massive threat, he could let Buu mature, meaning Buu is going to take longer time to fucking come back. He's gonna take a long ass time because he's letting him mature now. Therefore,
And
she has nothing to worry
also-
about from Babidi until she brings back the Z Fighters. In which case, then there would be a problem because they would have to fight Spopovich and you know Deborah and all them. Because now it's like, oh, we found a big ass power surge on this planet. Let's go there. That way we can get Majin Buu.
Yeah.
But it'd be after the fact.
And also, that is true. And also, may I remind people? Also, may I? Oh God. Fuck. Also, may I remind you of the future saga of like the Majin Buu arc? Because I don't know, people read the DBS manga or played the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot DLC. It took Babidi like years to find like the most energy.
Yeah,
Because,
it's a
like,
long
remember,
process.
The androids in Cell literally fuck this place up. So, yeah, like I could see why you think that, and it's I could see that.
It's a very long process to bring back Majin Buu. It takes a whole massive amount of power.
Yeah.
So
I
I think she'd be in the clear only up until the point everyone's revived. Because then that kind of sends out a beacon like, oh, massive power levels have just surged on this random planet. We gotta go. But, you know, they'd be fine. Because Spopovich, Deborah, they're not gonna run that smoke with people that just got revived, bruh. There's gonna be too many of them. There's gonna be too many of them at once. They literally had to separate them last time and fight them in different locations for them to actually be successful. Which is typically what they have to do with Z Fighters, because no one wants to get jumped by that group. You don't want to get jumped by that group. With this timeline, I saw a lot of people talking about the future and Goku Black and stuff. And me and Charlotte have already broke this shit all the way down to the molecule of it. As to why that just wouldn't happen. It just literally wouldn't happen. There are too many factors to say why that wouldn't happen. At least not in the way that it would happen in our main timeline. Because with Zamasu and Goku Black, you have to remember, that whole arc, though you may not be able to put everything on him, is mainly Goku's fault. A lot of that shit is Goku's fault. Because Zamasu, though hated mortals, didn't hate them enough until he fought Goku and got embarrassed. And that's what really kind of sparked his main hatred. His hyperfixation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be completely honest, like, remember, like, Goku's like that type of person's like, hey, nice to meet you. He doesn't have any manners.
He has no manners. Yeah, no manners whatsoever. Just kind of pushed Zamasu's hatred for mortal more. It's like, this little fucking Morty touches me? He touches me? How fucking dare you? I am a god!
To be completely honest, I mean, like, it's Zamasu's fault that he managed to literally get his ass beat by a mortal.
Yeah, that's on you.
To be completely
Yeah,
my man is literally just straight up racist. Like, you filthy. I mean, literally in the Japanese dub, he says filthy ningen. Literally just saying, you filthy nigga.
Essentially.
Yeah. But anywho, what is the besides Zamasu and Goku Black, that type of shit's happening? I don't know. What other misconcepts have we fucking encountered?
Let's see. There were a few people who were talking about Beerus and whether Beerus would still be, around in that timeline, or if the Supreme Kai had been killed. So that they were like, that could bring up a whole different plot point, a whole different direction. Because if Supreme Kai dies, Beerus also goes bye-bye. But
yep.
Who would have killed Supreme Kai is my question. There would be no one to kill Supreme Kai.
I was say unless they had already killed Supreme Kai,
but there would be no one to do it. The androids can't get to Supreme Kai. They're androids. They're not gods.
That's what I'm saying. There's nobody around that would be able to do it, so it doesn't make sense.
And also, can we clarify that the Supreme Kais are way stronger?
They're way stronger than people think they are. Supreme Kais are very, very strong. They may not seem like it, but they are very capable of protecting themselves.
And also, may I remind people, like, before people say, like, they can't defeat the androids or sound like, may I remind you, in the future timeline, my man was literally, when Deborah was about to freaking throw a spear at Trunks, he literally, with the last bit of his energy or life force, he managed to paralyze freaking Deborah.
I also think people forget about the original Kais in Universe 7 who are fighting Majin Buu. Do y'all not remember?
Yeah.
These Kais are scrapping with Buu. Like, what do you mean? What do you? They're literally fighting Majin Buu himself, and they did pretty good. They did freaking good.
Exactly. And also, may I remind people that Kid Buu is the literal black, like walking black air forces. This man, not only the Supreme Kais managed to literally fight off against Buu, but they managed to tame him after Kid Buu's got absorbed. May I remind you that this man Buu was literally still acts like a fucking child, while meanwhile Kid Buu is just it was like NBA YoungBoy on crack. He fought off crack. Oh, before people say oh, the Supreme Kai sounds like, have you seen what the Kais can do? And not only that, may I remind you that the Kais literally fought off against Moro? Fucking Moro! So I don't want to hear any about the Supreme Kais are trash. I'm about to literally put my fucking hands on you if you say that shit. My face. I'm not even joking. Play with me.
No.
But anyways,
what I want us to discuss is if we could make the perfect, next saga for that timeline. Which, personally, I think I would go, obviously, with the Majin Buu route. But what would we do? What would be the plot of that saga? Because I know me and Charlotte talked a little bit of what we would do in it, what would go down and whatnot. But I want to hear y'all's opinions on what would go down after, the whole Trunks dying and shit, and Cell going back in time. Because that's about where it would cut.
Right. Here's my idea. After Trunks dies, and of course future Gohan and future Goku literally thinks Trunks has his covered. But after future Trunks dies and explains what happened to him, and just like in the comic book, however, future Goku literally says, "I had enough," and literally teleports to King Kai and asked him where literally asked him where New Namek was. And of course, King Kai literally points the direction, literally asked. I'm pretty sure no one's ever thought of this, but people who I'm pretty sure Bob, if people don't remember, people can literally come back for one day.
Yeah, 24 hours.
So
with a Baba or whatever her name is.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24 hours. So Goku could use that 24. Literally ask "Hey Baba, can me, future Gohan and Trunks literally use 24 hours to go to the world out there?" And of course, Baba's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever," and literally gives them 24 hours. And of course, Goku literally asks future Trunks and future Gohan to grab onto him and use instant transmission to teleport where New Namek was. And of course, he teleports there and lets him ask Eldamori if he can use the Dragon Balls. And of course, they used it, and the first wish was to revive people that were killed by the androids. And of course, revive future Gohan and future Trunks. And of course, before they can, they revive future Gohan and Trunks. And of course, Goku literally tells Gohan and Trunks about the room in spirit and time. And also, they need to grab Dende, just in case, if they need new Dragon Balls. And of course, before people start asking what happens to the other Z-Fighters? Where can't they revive? Before you start doing that, may I remind you, the future Z-Fighters have died years ago. They died way after Gohan. This is way before Gohan died. So there's no way they can bring him back. Even Piranha can't bring him back. There's limitations to that. So of course Goku literally returns them back to Earth and literally trains them to either achieve grade 4 or literally make them surpass Super Saiyan 2. Maybe in this world of timeline, maybe future Trunks and future Gohan will achieve Super Saiyan 2 or maybe Super Saiyan 3. I don't fucking know. And of course, Goku literally returns back to heaven because he spent all his 24 hours literally training future Gohan and future Trunks. And of course, future Trunks and future Gohan will return back to their homes. Future Gohan will live back with future Chi-Chi. Meanwhile, future Trunks literally lives with future Bulma, blah blah blah. There's all time of peace. Babidi appears. Of course, they would get their ass kicked by a way stronger future Trunks and future Gohan. God damn. Of course, there's like with a few with like many people like remember this is a future Gohan and a future Trunks are stated if they train together they're like way stronger than the present versions like the other version of Goku and Gohan. How do you fucking watch? It's like, yeah. Of course, Babidi won't be a problem. Yeah, of course Babidi won't be a problem because remember, even though he's a powerful wizard, he can't manipulate anyone evil like Gohan and future Trunks because you're good guys. And well, after that, the boar is cooked, Babidi's cooked, and of course Majin Buu's egg will be destroyed by Beerus. And of course, after those few months of days, do I think Goku Black could evade this timeline? Probably, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that since they can't go to back to the past, I think after a few days, literally future Gohan and future Trunks will literally go to the world of the Kais and achieve their ultimate forms and break the Z Sword. Yes, I think that would be possibly happening. And of course, future Trunks and future Gohan literally kick Goku Black's ass. Why? Because they're hyper potential with the ultimate form? Yeah, that literally makes them higher than Goku Black ever will be. And of course, Goku Black dies, and Zamasu would try to do anything in his power to stop the future warriors. That didn't go well. And of course, they can't kill him because, well, he's immortal. And, well, of course, they literally need to think of one thing. And of course, the Supreme Kai, or maybe if they literally grab Supreme Kai or freaking Roshi and literally trap in a Mafuba or like in a Z-Sword or some shit, because that's the only thing I could think of. And after that, a whole time of peace would happen. And that's it. That's literally the end of their story. They never meet Zeno. There's no Tournament of Power or the Universe 6 tournament. That never happens because, well, there was like a long time of peace, and Beerus would have no interest because there's like theories that like, oh, he went to Vampa to literally fight Broly, or he just went back to sleep. So, yeah, that's what I think.
Interesting. Definitely a nice plot line. I like the Gohan and future Trunks and shit. That'd be a really nice duo. That'd be basically unstoppable duo if they get proper training. But
yes.
Voice Geek, what about you? What would your next saga be for that timeline?
I was kind of leaning towards the fortune teller Baba thing as well, but like a sort of like a different plot going along with it. Just like I was thinking, what if what is his name?
Which one?
I was thinking like Beerus. Yeah, Beerus. I was thinking like what if what if Beerus did, show up or whatever for some fucking reason. But like now thinking that like he would even arrive either way, because Pete said.
To take something to consider is, I think people also don't consider the fact that the time differences in the OG timeline versus ours aren't really that far apart, because in that timeline it's like a 13 to 16 year time skip. Like that's how much of a skip there is. Like, it's a long ass skip. Because if you remember in our timeline, when all the android shit was starting, Trunks was still like a little infant.
Yeah.
So you have to, like, a lot of time has passed in that timeline. And we know Beerus awakens not really that far after. There's not really too much time after. There's a 13 to 16 year time skip in the OG timeline, and hours after the Cell games, there was a 7-year time skip, I believe, to the Buu Saga, and then after the Buu Saga was 4 years? Until Battle of the Gods? So that would only be, 11 years. Meaning Beerus is more than likely awake already.
That's what I was thinking. Like maybe he could have had that same flash of that Super Saiyan God thing, whatever. And then
Ooh, but who would be the Super Saiyan God in that timeline? Because as much as I love Goku, it has to be someone different. It would have to be someone different.
Gohan.
Yeah, because like
Could be Gohan.
Like,
could be.
it could have been Gohan.
I think it would be Gohan.
Because like
I mean,
Either him or Trunks. It'd be either him or Trunks.
Because
sure.
like, so,
I think Gohan because of the fact that Gohan was a beast at that point. Like that was the beast before beast. Like
yeah, so like what I'm thinking is like he got this flash of like the forms to Super Saiyan God and like finally wanting competition, and
Interesting.
and he has Whis who's this so and so Super Saiyan God, and then Whis is like, oh, he's in this area in this universe or whatever. So Whis takes him, but then like there's Bulma trying to deal with everything. She's like she tries to find fortune teller Baba whatever, so she could get some help. And like you said with Bulma trying to get to New Namek or whatever, but instead of that, like with the whole telepathic shit from King Kai.
Right.
That too. So like while King Kai is trying to have New Namek wish for everyone, or wish for certain people, Beerus is coming back.
Oh, like he intercepts. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, so
that would be fire.
So Beerus is like on his way to Earth, and then he sees that like everything is like messed the fuck up. He's like where's the Super Saiyan God? Who like what's going on here? And like he sees like all these random people getting wished back, like appearing in front of his eyes. Like he asks people like what's going on, like what's, and like everyone is just like scared of Beerus, like they don't know who he is. You know what I mean? So like.
They would have been doing enough shit already. They're like, who the fuck is this purple guy?
So like,
Get
who's
this dude out of here.
Like, who is this purple
I
cat?
just got brought back. I'm
something?
not dying again.
So like, let's say that. Let's say that they wished for Gohan, Trunks, and Gohan, Trunks, and Goku to come back. Wait, no, not Goku. Not Goku. Leave Goku out of the equation because Gohan, he's dead. He's dead for good. So Gohan, Trunks,
he also can't be brought back because they can
Yeah.
bring back people who die for natural cause. But
The Super
go
Dragon
ahead,
Balls.
go ahead, pop
If they
off.
got the Super Dragon Balls. Super Dragon Balls can do anything.
So the new Namek Dragon Balls, they wish for future Gohan, future Trunks, and they say one last wish. So Gohan, no. Beerus is explaining to them, is explaining Gohan and Trunks what he saw. I see Super Saiyan God something, and then Gohan and Trunks are like we don't know any of that. We just went through a whole bunch of fucking shit right now, and we are
They would
desperate
not be
for help.
Shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yes.
Brother, I just got revived. I got killed by a fucking robot. Like,
And then Beerus is like, well, I'm here to fight somebody. And then Gohan and Trunks Gohan and Trunks are like, we can't be doing that. We need to get rid of these fucking androids or whatever, fucking. So like Beerus is laying back and shit, but then what Trunks and Gohan hear is King Kai saying, we still have one more wish. What do you want to use that wish for? And then Gohan and Trunks look at each other and say, Beerus, what is this Super Saiyan God? And then Beerus is like, it's this magical godly like form, gives you this immense strength, so and so. And then they have an idea, and they tell King Kai, why not wish for the form? And then
interesting.
and then they wish for the form, and then Beerus is like, what a meant for. And then fucking and then Gohan and Trunks, they deal with the whole android shit. And then instead of Goku fighting Beerus, it would be Gohan and Trunks fighting Beerus, so since he wanted to fight Super Saiyan God so bad. But I don't know how that fight would go down, because the whole power level
Unfortunately,
shit.
I'm thinking Beerus is still gonna kick their ass. It'd
Definitely,
be an interesting fight to see a 2-on-1 with those two. Because the difference
Wait,
is...
so you're saying that they both get Super Saiyan God?
Yeah, cause what if King Kai like wished for the form?
I do
of
think
both
it would
of
be an
them.
interesting fight for the sake that Gohan and Trunks have interesting fighting styles, especially Trunks. So I think it'd be definitely like a really good fight, rather than because Goku, like, don't get me twisted, he can fight, you know, but his fighting style isn't as unique as like Trunks's or Gohan's.
Yeah, definitely not.
Well,
I think they have more potential for team up ability as well.
Yeah,
like, they have a lot of potential.
Cause like, what I'm also thinking is like instead of Super Saiyan God, right? You know, what if the Supreme Kai was still alive, and then he explains the Batara earrings to them, you know, and he gives them the earrings to fuse instead.
Oh, so do a fusion. Okay.
Yeah, that's like another kind of ending that I was leaning towards too. So it's either they wish for Super Saiyan God because of Beerus, was it like, you know, he wants to fight somebody worthy, but if not Beerus, then Supreme Kai comes and then finds everything out, etc. You know.
I think that'd be interesting. What I was gonna say to add on to that is give a bit of a grace period first, so they get revived first, and let because I would say Beerus is like, say, spectating. Rather, he's more spectating at first.
Yeah.
And watching how they fight, seeing how strong they are, and he kind of sits through the Boo fight just to see if this is the Super Saiyan God he's looking for. And he sees Trunks and Gohan with extreme potential, and he's like, one of those Saiyans down there is my Super Saiyan God that I'm supposed to be fighting.
Yeah, definitely.
And he interferes. Bye-bye, Boo. Like, I'm sorry, Beerus is gonna have to be the one to kill Boo, because that motherfucker's regeneration is too insane. Beerus is gonna be the one to kill that motherfucker. But he sees that they have the potential to be his opponent, and that's where that would go from there. Because though he's not a very patient person, whenever it comes to something he really, really, really wants, he will wait for it. He's done it before.
Definitely.
He will wait for it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But I think that would be interesting, because a lot of people that I saw in the comments of my comic dub, I don't think they realized Beerus would have already been awake. He would already be awake in that timeline. Like, he would have been awake for like a year or two at that point. Maybe a little bit longer.
I think they were thinking about the fact of like the where we're at in the past timeline. I think people think about.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Even with that, he would still be awake.
Yeah.
That's where you get the math for him being awake from. Because in our main timeline, it's 11 years, and in their timeline, it's 13 to 16. He's been awake for years.
Yeah.
So, Shelly, you breathing? You alive with us over there?
Well, I think I'm gonna fall asleep.
Probably.
I'm gonna hear snoring from you.
Well, Matt, is he asleep?
I think so.
I said everybody fell asleep. Y'all was talking too long.
He did just stream for like 4 hours.
I think he did. Oh my god, I
He
can hear
did
snoring.
just do a long ass stream.
Oh nah, my man. Nah, hold on. Listen.
Yeah, that's like out.
No way.
I think that'd be interesting. I think that'd be interesting to see. And with Trunks and Gohan, right? So obviously in this timeline, Trunks and Gohan would be the main characters. They'd be the protagonists of this timeline.
No, for sure.
Now the question is,
I feel like they have to be in my opinion.
The question is, what kind of future relationship would they have? Would it be like a rivalry like Goku and Vegeta, or would it be more of a partnership? Because, you know, Saiyans grow stronger when they're competing with someone of equal caliber. But at the same time, Trunks and Gohan are like too close to really have a rivalry.
See, I don't think it would be a rivalry necessarily. I think it would be like they'd have like some like, oh, I'm a get better than you type, because I mean that's just how friends are.
I mean, yeah, but
like
when you put it into
be like that.
Saiyans, when they say that, it becomes a rivalry. It's never just a simple.
I think it'll
will aspire to be stronger than you. It's like my whole goal now is to top you.
Yeah, like I will beat your ass one day.
Like one day. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna show you I'm the strongest. And when it comes to that, who do we think eventually would end up being the strongest between the two?
Gohan.
I'm not so sure about Gohan. Like, though he is a
think
menace to society and he has extreme potential, you have to remember, this Gohan is well in his adult years, while Trunks is significantly younger. Trunks has a lot of youth in him still to grow out that potential in a way that Gohan never could.
I think that Gohan will probably like take over for like a while. He'll be stronger, and then eventually like Trunks is just like, you know what?
The way I see it is, it would end up being a Piccolo and Gohan situation, where originally Piccolo was stronger originally, but then Gohan grew to be stronger. He grew to be, the person that Piccolo was training him to be. But never let it be mistaken, though Gohan grew to be stronger physically, Piccolo still has more skill. Piccolo, that's why he's still his teacher. He has more skill. And that's how it would be with these two. I think Gohan would overall still be more skilled, just not in the same power bracket. I think Trunks would hit a higher power bracket.
Yeah.
But Gohan would still be the more skilled one.
Yeah. I definitely see that going down.
So it's like okay, you might have hit a higher form to me, but don't get it twisted. I will still whoop your ass. Don't forget who I am. I'm big bro around here, man. Like, don't be playing with me.
I'm big bro around here.
Like, don't be playing with me. But I'd love to see the dynamic of that timeline between Trunks and Gohan, because I think that would end up being one of the greatest duos like ever.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I
do feel like it would be like slightly like I said. I feel like they'll have more like of a friendly rival, because like like when you're with your boys, it's always like I bet I can one up you on this situation. Yeah, I feel like it would be like that, but I don't think it'll get to like a point where it's like a rivalry like how Vegeta and Goku do.
No,
but it'll be more of like I bet I can one up you. I saw you do that cool shit.
For the fun of the conversation. Just for the fun of it, just for the sake of it. In the future, okay, let's get their let's get their original timeline years down the line, so they have time to get stronger, get better forms and stuff and whatnot. And let's take that Trunks and Gohan and pin them against Vegeta and Goku from our main timeline. And how do we think that fight's gonna turn out? Knowing how their teamwork works in our timeline. Because Goku and Vegeta ain't the best at teaming up. They'll do it, but they're not the best at it.
Wait, are we saying like Goku and Vegeta got Ultra and all that, or we're talking about
keep them
about the same point there?
We'll
like they got Blue.
We'll probably keep them around Blue, just because Ego and Ultra Instinct are those are like solo forms. You don't really fight with somebody when you have that form. You're more of an independent. So in Super Saiyan Blue, we'll give Goku Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and Vegeta Blue Evolved. Okay. But even with those forms, how well will they actually do against Trunks and Gohan when their teamwork sucks ass? Like, that's the real question.
I was about to say, I feel like they might take like the upper hand at first, but then like something's gonna happen, or like it'll probably be like Goku's gonna do his usual shit where he sends in everybody else to go fight, so Vegeta's gonna go fight and get mollywopped because Vegeta just he can't.
I think that's exactly how I think Vegeta would go in first,
and then
Vegeta's gonna go in first. I think Trunks and Gohan's teamwork is just gonna be too good. I think their teamwork is just gonna be too good. And Goku and Vegeta
I think he'll come out strong first. I like because Vegeta's gonna be like, I got this Kakarot. They're not gonna do nothing. Like go in and start beating the hell out of. He probably gonna go for Trunks first, just because it's Vegeta. I feel like he'll beat the hell out of Trunks first. And then Gohan go come in and like, that's my boy. I'm gonna need you to hop off. Well, they both just start beating on Vegeta, and then Goku's like, I've been watching. I got this now. Step in like he always fucking does.
No, obviously, I think Goku and Vegeta will end up winning, but I think they're gonna get their ass kicked a lot.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a lot of them getting their ass.
It's gonna be like, oh shit, they might. I was like, oh shit,
because like the coordination between Gohan and Trunks is just gonna overwhelm the shit out of them.
I feel like they definitely stand a chance of winning it though. But in the long run, I do think.
I think at the end of it, because when it comes down, push comes to shove, Vegeta and Goku will hit like a crazy, like double ultimate finisher, like Kamehameha Final Flash at the same time, and like dude,
they'll pull out some random ass
overkill as fuck.
Yeah, they'll pull out some random ass shit. Because they're like, oh well, damn, we're both getting our ass kicked. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Just finish your time.
It would really suck if they pulled out fusions. Because I'm sorry, Trunks and Gohan, but y'all are getting your ass kicked by Gogeta. Yeah. You're getting your ass whooped. Yeah. Gogeta's a different breed, bro. Gogeta's a different breed.
Or Vegito. Vegito's worse.
With Vegeta, he's gonna toy with you. He's gonna toy with you the whole time. Yeah. You'll be sitting there like, oh, so close, so close. Not close enough, though. You gotta be quick with that.
He sometimes like he takes things seriously, but he'll play with you like he's a fucking dumb.
I like Gogeta more, but Vegeta was certainly funnier. That man is hilarious. Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm saying,
the way he was doing Zamasu was hilarious, bro. Oh my goodness. Embarrassing, man.
And I think if they fought each other, then I feel like it'd go like how it always goes. Vegeta's gonna go in first. He's gonna have a good upper hand at first, then get his ass kicked. Goku's gonna be like, oh man, I got this. Vegeta come in.
And as much as I love Vegeta, Vegeta's main problem is thinking that when he hits a big move, that's the end of the fight. Like Vegeta will hit like a big bang attack,
he's got the fight's over. Pride in his
I'm like, bro, you can't just think the fight's over because you landed a big ass attack. Like that's his downfall every time. That's why he always loses to villains.
He's got too much pride in himself.
Like he'll be whooping their ass, right? He'll hit a freaking Gallic gun at the end, walk away, and be like, yeah, I did that shit. Like, did you really though?
And then they rise back up, just like, where are you going? Get your ass back here.
That's his biggest downfall to me. Like he needs to like stop getting ahead of himself in the fights. Wait until you're
I need Goku to stop staying back. I need him and Vegeta to start working together better. Yeah. I feel like that's what I feel like would actually end up happening though. If we're being real, I think it'll get to the point to where they're like, fuck, they're working together.
Well, they both have too much pride for their own right. Because Goku like he likes to fight people by himself. He is a solo type of fighter. He don't like teaming with people. Yeah. Vegeta's like, I don't. It's not that Vegeta doesn't want to fight with somebody. He's just like, I don't need to. I'm the Prince of Saiyan. Why would I need a lower class warrior?
In a nutshell, he's just a fucking tsundere. Like, I don't need your help, Baka.
Yeah, no, it's literally tsundere energy. It's like, why would I need your help? I don't need your help. Kakarot! I need your help, Kakarot!
So I think the way it goes if we're breaking it down right is
there's like another perfect. Oh, sorry, you'll go first, Jin.
You go. You've already talking.
I think who should go first is Shaolin.
Shaolin should go to bed first.
Alright, I'm pretty sure you guys like watch Daima, like the final episode and shit.
Yeah, I've seen it all.
I'm pretty sure he's like fighting Goma on his base form because he's like all tired of using Super Saiyan 3. And Bulma's like, yo, Vegeta, could you like not like fight alone and have the others have a turn? If Vegeta's like, and of course he says, I would rather die than have like the others joined in. And then she literally says, and I quote, I'll never let you freaking take a bath with me.
Brother folded so
quick. He just looks out in shock and fucking literally flies down and says, alright, your turn. Like,
brother folded
it's valid though, bro. It's valid, bro.
I mean,
it's a valid fold, bro.
I mean, to be completely honest, yeah. I mean, like, if my girlfriend literally tells me, like, yo, if I'm
I would have folded too.
Instantly.
Tells me, like, bro, I'm folding immediately. I'm saying, like, it's your turn. You go ahead.
But you know, the way I think it's gonna go down, if we're breaking it down, is like the Trunks and Gohan gonna come, and then Vegeta's gonna be like, I got this Kakarot. Start getting his ass kicked after like he puts
literally
some good ass
every
kick
time. Every fucking time.
He gonna knock one of them down. He gonna stay down for a little bit. He gonna start beating the fuck out of the other one. The other one's gonna get back up, and then they gonna start beating the fuck out of him.
He's gonna think he has Trunks easy because it's Trunks, and Trunks gonna pull out some shit. He's like, "What the fuck is that?"
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's gonna go for Trunks first. He's gonna go for Trunks first because Vegeta gonna go for Trunks because he gonna underestimate him. And then eventually he gonna start getting his ass kicked. He gonna knock out then Kakarot gonna come in, start kicking some ass. Then he gonna start getting his ass kicked, and they like, oh shit, they double teaming, all right. And then I think it's gonna they're gonna finally put their pride aside because they both getting their ass kicked, and then work together slightly enough to where they'll be able to take them out.
It would
Like you
certainly
said,
be
they're gonna hit some fucking like finisher.
For anybody watching this podcast, if you're an artist or anything, please make something on it. You know, a comic or anything. I would love to dub it. Please, I'm begging you. Anyway,
definitely. Especially if it has Android 17 or whatever, or Trunks in it. Because
I'll say if anybody wants to make some Jin comics, too, that'd be nice.
And also, if you guys like, if you guys are like a fan of Dragon Ball Heroes or like a fan of like of Beat and No or something like that, yo, let me know. Let me know if you want me to look through comic book shit.
Fucking plug in.
We did Prince Jin comic dubs. Don't nobody care about Beat.
Crazy word. No, I got this. Artist, make a Jin versus Beat comic, bro. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so hard. I will go. Shut your mouth, bro.
That's gonna be the end of this episode. It was a nice talk. Leave your comments and your thoughts down below and whatnot. I want to see what everybody else thinks. If we get enough comments down below, I might make an episode 2 to this topic. But it all depends. But yes, this was a really fun episode. Had a lot of fun talking about this.
definitely.
Comment down below what you want us to talk about next. On this podcast, I will be talking about anime, Marvel, DC, even on occasion maybe some mythology stuff. Anything about fiction. If you want me to talk about something, leave it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. But that is going to be a wrap on this episode. Thank you for joining me. It was nice talking to you guys over here.
For sure.
Make sure you go check them out. I'll have their channels linked down below and whatnot. Make sure you comment down below, like I said, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Because why not? Subscribe button don't bite sometimes. Make sure you hit the bell so you stay notified and you don't miss out on future content. And I'll see all of you amazing people in the future. Have a good night, everybody.
Hey, that pun though.
See what I did? You see what I did?
I would travel to the galaxy. Nothing to weigh us down, it's just you and me. And if we ever drifted off like we were lost at sea, know that I would find you.
Even if we're apart, just look up to the stars. Know I'll be there right beside